For millennia, the land now known as Palestine has been a crossroads of civilizations, a place sacred to many. Our story begins with deep roots in antiquity. Around 1200 BCE, the Israelites, also known as Jews, began to establish a kingdom in this region. Their history is intertwined with the very soil of this land, centered on their faith and traditions. Over the centuries, the region saw many rulers: Assyrians, Babylonians, Persians, and then the Romans. Jewish kingdoms rose and fell, facing periods of autonomy and foreign domination. In 70 CE, the Roman Empire destroyed the Second Temple in Jerusalem, a pivotal moment in Jewish history. In the early centuries CE, Christianity emerged and spread throughout the Roman Empire, including Palestine, which became a significant center for early Christian communities. In the 7th century, Islam spread into the region. The area became part of various Islamic caliphates, and Arabic language and culture became increasingly influential. Jerusalem became a holy city for Muslims as well, with the construction of the Dome of the Rock. The Crusades brought European Christian forces into conflict with the Muslim rulers of the region. The land changed hands multiple times during these wars, marked by violence and upheaval. For centuries, Palestine was part of the Ottoman Empire. Different communities, Muslims, Christians, and Jews, coexisted, though often under unequal conditions. Following World War I, the Ottoman Empire collapsed, and Palestine came under British mandate. During this period, Zionist aspirations for a Jewish homeland in Palestine grew, leading to increased Jewish immigration and rising tensions with the Arab population. The 1948 Arab-Israeli War led to the establishment of the State of Israel and the displacement of a large number of Palestinians, creating a refugee crisis that continues to this day. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has shaped the region for decades, marked by wars, uprisings, and peace negotiations. The status of Jerusalem, settlements, and the rights of refugees remain central issues. The history of Palestine and the Jewish people is a complex and multifaceted narrative. It is a story of faith, culture, conflict, and the enduring search for peace and self-determination. In the corridors of international diplomacy, efforts continue to seek a lasting peace solution. Negotiations often hit impasses, yet the hope for a peaceful resolution remains alive in diplomatic circles worldwide. Prominent leaders from around the globe have tried to mediate peace, proposing visionary solutions like a two-state plan, which would honor the aspirations of both Israelis and Palestinians. Education plays a critical role in shaping This is Palestine, a land with a history stretching back millennia. For centuries, it has been home to various peoples, including both Arabs and Jews. To understand the conflict today, we need to go back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries. In Europe, Zionism, a movement advocating for a Jewish homeland, gained momentum. Pogroms and anti-Semitism fueled the desire for a safe haven for the Jewish people. At the time, Palestine was part of the Ottoman Empire, and the majority of its inhabitants were Palestinian Arabs. They had deep roots in the land, with families tracing their ancestry back generations. Jewish immigration to Palestine gradually increased. These early Zionist pioneers sought to build a new life and reclaim their ancestral homeland. "After so many years, we've finally arrived in our homeland," David said, hopeful. As Jewish immigration grew, tensions began to rise between the Arab and Jewish communities. Palestinian Arabs worried about the changing demographics and the potential displacement of their population. "We must address this issue before it escalates beyond control," Omar said, with concern in his voice. Following World War I, the British gained control of Palestine. The Balfour Declaration, promising a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine, further complicated the situation. "This land will be the source of problems for a long time," the officer said, seriously. The officer said, shaking his head, Growing tensions led to increased violence. Riots and attacks became more frequent, further deepening the divide between the two communities. The seeds of conflict were sown. Competing claims to the same land, coupled with rising nationalism and external political factors, created a volatile situation that would ultimately lead to war. Understanding the origins of the conflict is crucial to finding a path towards a just and lasting peace for both Palestinians and Israelis. We must strive for dialogue and reconciliation if we hope to achieve peace in this region, the UN delegate said, hopeful. Delegates from around the world gathered to discuss potential resolutions. Together we can build a future free from conflict, the activist said, inspirationally. Across the land, movements for peace begin to emerge, symbolizing hope for a better tomorrow. These trees have seen so much, yet they continue to provide. May we learn from them, the old man said, reflecting thoughtfully. In small gestures, the beginnings of understanding and cooperation take root. Every day brings a new chance for peace. We cannot give up hope, the young woman said with determination. The younger generations carry the torch of peace, eager to make their mark on history. Gaza, a land under siege. For years, the people of Palestine and Gaza have endured immense suffering. We lack essential medicines. We lack beds. Every day is a struggle to save lives, Fatima said, her voice desperate. Fatima says that access to medical supplies is severely restricted, leaving countless vulnerable. Hassan lost his home, his livelihood, everything. Now he struggles to survive in a crowded refugee camp. Where do we go from here? How much more can we endure? Hassan asked, his voice filled with anguish. Education is our only hope for a better future. But how can these children learn when they live in constant fear? Lila said, her voice filled with concern. The border, a symbol of division and restriction. For many, it represents the only hope of escape from the suffering within Gaza. The world cannot turn a blind eye to the humanitarian crisis in Palestine and Gaza. These are real people, with real lives, enduring unimaginable suffering. Their story must be heard. Their suffering must end. Sometimes I wonder if the stars see us down here, if they feel our pain, Amir said, reflecting deeply. Amir dreams of a world where peace isn't just a distant wish whispered to the stars. We must remember, despite everything, we still have our community. We still have each other, Rafiq said, encouragingly. Rafiq's words inspire hope within the crowd, a reminder of shared strength and solidarity. In the midst of darkness, light can still be found when people come together with hope and determination. Even in times of despair, music brings us together. It reminds us of the joy we can still find within us, Nadia said upliftingly. Nadia's voice floats on the breeze, a song of hope embracing the night. This is our chance to dream again. Education will pave our path out of darkness, Lila said, with inspiration in her voice. The classroom is lit with the spark of promise, as knowledge becomes a beacon of change. Do you think we'll see a better tomorrow? Ahmed asked, his voice filled with curiosity. Yes, because tomorrow holds our hope, Hassan replied, reassuringly. In their shared silence, the resilience of the human spirit shines brightly, unyielded by the hardships they face every day. Tonight, I sing to the stars. I ask them to carry our prayers, our dreams, Amir said, determined. Amir's words fall into the night, carried by a gentle breeze that promises change. We talk of dreams and resilience, but action is our ally. Let's rebuild our spirits as we rebuild our homes, Rafiq said, his voice motivated. Rafiq's voice is strong, resonating deep into the hearts of the people, igniting a convergence of resolve and hope. Every dawn brings with it a choice. Today, we, Gaza City, a place where life goes on, even amidst the ever-present tension. Leela, eat your vegetables, Habibti, Fatima said gently. But Mama, I don't like them, Leela whined. Come now, Leela. Papa will tell you a story if you eat them, Ahmed said playfully. A moment of peace, a family, just like any other, trying to build a life filled with love. Suddenly the night erupts. The sounds of war shatter the illusion of normalcy. Explosion sounds and screams fill the air. Ahmed, what's happening? Fatima asked, her voice trembling with fear. I don't know, Fatima, just stay close, Ahmed replied anxiously. Lila cried out, Mama, I'm scared. Yusuf was crying as well. Innocence shattered. Fear grips a family caught in the crossfire. The aftermath. Devastation and despair. The marketplace, once full of life, is now a scene of death. Mama, where's Baba? Where's Yusuf? Lila asked, her voice filled with worry. I don't know, Habibti. I don't know, Fatima replied weakly. The human cost of conflict. Families torn apart, lives lost, futures uncertain. A child lost, another victim of a senseless war. Whispering with grief, the rescuer murmured, Allah yerhamo, the tragedy of Gaza, the innocent pay the highest price. Let us not forget the victims of this conflict. Let us strive for peace and justice so that no more children suffer. Lila, don't you want to play with the other children? Fatima asked gently. I miss Yusuf, Mama. I wish he was here, Lila replied, somber. Fatima soothed her. I miss him too, Habibti, but he is always in our hearts. Life continues. Love endures, even in the shadow of loss. We must rebuild stronger. For our children's future, the community leader declared, determination in their voice. From the crowd, Ahmed responded with hope. Together, we can change our destiny. With hope as their guide, they rebuild their world, brick by brick. Fresh produce, come and see, the vendor called out, enthusiasm in his voice. It's good to see the market coming back, the shopper said, hope evident in their tone. Even amongst the ruins, life finds a way. All right, class, today we learn about the power of words, Miss Ahmed said encouragingly. Can words change the world, Miss Ahmed? A child asked, with curiosity. Yes, they can. Words can inspire, heal, and bring about change, Miss Ahmed replied confidently. In education, there is hope for a better tomorrow. Every seed we plant is a new beginning, the elderly woman said wisely. It's about time we grew our own food again, the teenager stated with dedication. New growth emerges from the soil, a symbol of resilience and unity. Knowledge is power, and with power, we can build a better future, the librarian said with inspiration.